Today I want to show you what Neuro Portrait actually is and what you can do with it. And now let's start working. You need to print out a portrait of yourself or of your whole body, which is as pale as possible. Any age you want to connect to. My topic is compassion. And I'll start writing down words on compassion before I start drawing. And let's do it. So you can look at yourself and feel what is the picture conveying. And I see myself being in distance here, withdrawn from the present moment. And I'm sitting here at the table with my mother 1 year ago, and I was in a good state. I was caring for myself and not being upset with what she has done or not done. But still I see myself not present. What do you see in your drawings, in your pictures? And what does it do with you? Like, I feel some kind of compassion already to myself, looking at me having to withdraw from the encounter with my mother, being kind of stepped back one step from my true self in order to bear the contact. And that's me being already healed a lot, being in contact with me, and still the necessity to protect myself, my true self. And while I'm speaking about that, I feel some tingling everywhere in my arms, in my hands, in my fingers, and I feel something in my heart moving, which is kind of maybe the expression of it's strange to say all that. So we are using a very thin marker, the thinnest you have, and we start drawing neural lines from outside. I actually want to start from here. We need a marker which is working nicely. We draw neural lines from outside, slowly reaching our outline. Very slowly drawing neural lines. Organic lines. They flow where we don't expect to see them. And we are very carefully moving towards our body, and not going inside right away. We are connecting outside. My heart feels quite in an uncomfortable state. It's weird to connect to myself. I want to connect to my compassion to myself, which is a new and unfamiliar thing to do for me. Compassion to myself. Am I allowed to be compassionate? We work with our outline, which is like symbolizing the boundaries of our persona, that what is like visible to other people, tangible, carefully observe what it does with you to connect to your persona, to your outlines. And if you even feel like touching your outlines, maybe your boundary is wider and you don't even feel comfortable with touching your outlines, that's okay. You feel where your lines need to be. And whenever you have created an intersection, remember to do the rounding, the connections. And remember, if you don't want to do that by yourself, you can join my workshop on October 25th. And we can work together on our portraits. So it's a drawing to work even more slowly and carefully than in any other drawing. And we don't touch our faces at the beginning of the drawing. So I can't let the line flow along my clothes. If I feel it's needed there. I let the lines flow wherever they need to go. Making sure that my lines flow organically, don't repeat themselves at any point. Remember breathing, compassion. I can give that to myself. Compassion. Feel the need of rounding right away while I'm creating my lines. My mind is quite blank about compassion about myself. Doesn't really know what that means yet. Feels a little bit new and weird. I look into my body is cold, feeling cold and in a little, like in a state of alert. Actually, yeah, we don't touch the face yet. going along clothes again. Creating connections, like in the same way we create connections and shapes in Neurographica. We connect to our body. Adding more and more lines. You find your own locations of your lines and the way they flow, what they connect at this moment. Are emotions coming up? What kind of emotions? Yeah, I feel like I'm creating a prison at the moment. It looks looks like a, yeah, I don't know. It looks like chains to me, what I'm creating. Compassion. Maybe it's about breaking my chains today. I see chains and I don't like to see that. And I make visible what I'm not seeing until now, what I haven't seen until now. Like I put these many chains around me, around my compassion. What can these chains be? Not allowing myself to be compassionate with myself, forcing myself to move on. Not to stop. Not to fear, most probably, not to fear. It was dangerous to fear. And painful. Feeling is painful. That is coming up. So better not to do it. better not allow myself to feel anything. Being hard on myself. Not showing who I am. And especially don't show my states when I am hurt. Don't show because not seen. No use. I wanted my states to be seen, but they were not. And I also made them invisible for myself. I also didn't see and feel them anymore. My needs, my creativity, my qualities, my unique qualities. I put everything somewhere far away, not allowing it to come out. All these reflections come up while drawing. What is coming up for you? What do you remember? Which states do you remember? How do you feel when you remember? Like, I feel kind of in despair. I feel that it's weird to put these chains around myself to make myself invisible, even for to myself. That feels very unnatural and unnecessary. Why would I do that? Out of being hurt too much. Out of being hurt and not seen, not appreciated in my unique qualities, not valued. So I decided there is nothing to be valued. Which is obviously not true. And at some point, growing up, I obviously decided that there is nothing to be valued. I forced myself to believe that and to act that way. And right now I have the feeling that I want to express my uniqueness and beauty with that drawing. Wonder how that will be, because right now I can feel these chains. Still being very visible here. Looking forward to have them dissolved. We don't counteract our imprints from childhood and youth, we end up being the ones treating ourselves the way we have been mistreated. But for many years in our adulthood, we are the ones mistreating us, mistreating ourselves, not acting compassionate and kind and understanding towards ourselves, but forcing ourselves not to make ourselves visible, making ourselves believe that we are not worth. We are doing that. We keep on doing that up to the day when we realize that we're doing that and we stop doing it. Stop treating ourselves bad. Since our thoughts are so sad, actually, these thoughts about not being worth, invisible, not lovable, so we don't make those thoughts even visible to ourselves. We just perceive heaviness, depression, an inability to act. So actually realizing how we treat ourselves is very, 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 very huge step towards our own happiness, towards living the life that is chosen by us, activating our potentials, our missions, what wants to come into the world through us. As long as we keep ourselves small and depressed, we don't find anything that is in us what we can share. For example, we don't see any light, we don't see our qualities, we don't perceive what we need to learn, where we need to go. We can only do that if we are connecting to ourselves and accepting our own path, our own unique being in this world, and also our own unique view and our unique practical qualities. Everything will be invisible to us if we are not connecting to our compassion. Feels a little bit better now. Unique qualities. I want to go somewhere up here now. To also connect more sensible part, like my face, to my drawing. Doing that with care, compassion. I want myself to be radiating in this drawing, and I feel joyful about that possibility. Can make myself radiate. I will. There's nobody else who should do that, and nobody who even can do that. So you're not dependent on anybody doing that for you. I can make myself radiant. Find my place in the world. Find my unique expression. That's my job. I can choose to believe that I am worth, although I have not been treated like that. So it's kind of an excuse to keep that alive my whole life. I can keep that thought alive as long as I need it. But whenever I'm ready to let it go, I can transform that thought. So what you do next? including my eyes into the drawing. Get this idea into my head which says you are able. You are able. You can do it. You can live your truths. Live your truths. It's not even about being allowed, it's about my duty. It's my duty to live my truths. Isn't that beautiful? My duty to live my truth. I want to create a shape for that. It's my duty to live my truth. What kind of shape can that be? There's only one shape I can do. It's my duty to live my truth. It's my duty to live my truth. Whew, isn't that beautiful? You don't have to do a star there. You don't have to do anything. I have to do that at the moment. If you also came up with an interesting thought, you're welcome to draw a shape wherever you feel that shape on the paper, next to your body, on your body, wherever. You can put a circle, you can put a square, you can put a triangle. You can also put many triangles, and that's what I did here. couldn't avoid it. It's not an easy drawing anymore. Doesn't matter, we are not here to do easy drawings. We do the drawings that are necessary for our development. It's my duty to live my truth. I love that. And I am neurographing my shape now. I draw neurolines to activate my shape. It's my duty to live my truth. So be prepared. Unexpected findings can come up, will come up while connecting with your own energies through a drawing. You can also connect to drawings, to pictures of yourself when you were small, any age you want to connect with. It's very fascinating. And I'm connecting my shape now to all the lines which are surrounding it. I'm working on integration and rounding. Whenever you have questions about your drawings, whenever you don't know what you do, you can send me a picture, drawyourselffree@gmail.com, with your question and your drawing, and I'll do my best to give you some advice. If you are drawing here online and don't know what to do, you can do that. You're also welcome to post your drawings in my Facebook group, Draw Yourself Free. All the drawings, except the portraits, are very personal, but still keep your secrets, because nobody knows what you're drawing. And even the portrait can keep your secret, because it will transform a lot, as you will see. So if you feel like sharing it, if you feel like asking about it, if you feel like connecting to it more by sharing, you're welcome to do that. With every line we add energy to the solution, to our transformed imprint. And that's why this shape could come up here after I drew that many lines, which had appeared to be chains at the beginning. And while connecting all the lines and while adding lines wherever I felt I needed them, I got this inside, this message. It's my duty to live my truth. And I immediately knew where and how this can be like drawn into the picture and also implemented into my mind, obviously. I'm reorganizing my mind by drawing Neurographica. And right now I'm reorganizing my imprint on compassion. I feel quite passionate about that. This topic started with my recent drawing a few days ago, my uncomfortable drawing. My uncomfortable even painting I did, in which I discovered this topic of compassion, let's say of lack of compassion. So now I'm doing something about that. I have this impression that this topic is a key topic for myself, for my unique expression in the world, and also for my relationships, for the quality of my relationships. If I can be compassionate with myself, I can express myself in a certain way, I can voice myself, I can voice my needs, and I can also care for my needs. I don't need anyone else to do that. Can do other things together instead of waiting for other people to fulfill my needs. I do that and voice whatever needs come up. The need for silence, the need for exchange, the need for clarity, for many things. Now I have some lines here which I don't need anymore. So all these lines which are here, I will integrate them. Because I made the shape with 7 triangles just the way it feels, it felt right. So that's why I adjusted the shape. So I see another shape, which I include. I want a circle inside. Oh, look at that. I get a meaning with my circle. You are worth. You are worth. I want to make my circle more round. For that beautiful meaning, you are worth. It's my duty to live my truth, and I am worth. You can see it's not about my body anymore. It's about all the meanings that I'm transforming. I start being excited about compassion. Look how much is in there. Haven't expected that, but I knew that something is in it, obviously, otherwise I wouldn't have felt drawn to the topic and also to this algorithm. And I found this print of myself, which I had in my cupboard, I guess 1 year already. I was practicing on Neuro Portraits about 1 year ago and hadn't used this one. And now, since life is a synchronized orchestra, you find exactly what you need when you need it. And things are often already there and already very close. We just don't look at them sometimes. We don't look at the solution. We don't see them. We don't see it. We don't look at our needs, so we cannot fulfill them. So, directing our attention to our needs is the prerequisite to fulfilling them. So my drawing is not at all finished, but I decided to take a break now because it's a lot of transformation that had already happened in this drawing. And I'm going to have a good walk in nature now to integrate like all these new impressions and to stop myself from being too fast. Because I see I am back from my walk. It is a windy day by the seaside and beautiful. I feel I gained so much energy by today's drawing already and I cannot stop. So I will apply colors now and field lines. Let's see. So I am worth is my circle, and I feel the need to color it with light pink. I am worthy. You can use your highlighters as well if you use waterproof markers. I am worthy. Looks unfamiliar to me. To see that here in light pink color. Feel activated and excited. I am worthy. Ooh. Okay, apply some shading to make that even more alive. And see that my head is becoming visible here with my shading. We are applying the colors that we feel are needed. When we are coloring in Neurographica, we are coloring segments and combining them towards like new and bigger shapes. For me, feel the need to expand this color and have flow through my whole drawing with that purple color at this moment. We're intending to create smooth impressions, and these pencils need to sometimes be applied in more than one layer in order to remove this hatching effect. To this Neuro Portrait drawings are many layers. I remember my last portraits I drew, I kept on working on them. And they transformed weeks later as well. So they don't need to be complete just now. Maybe they can't even. So these nice triangles represent my duty to live my truth, which is really amazing. Amazing. Even the duty. Not an option, or maybe you can someday or something live your truth. No. It's what I perceive as my duty to live my truth, my uniqueness, and to do my share in this world, to do it. Not to hold back by devaluing myself and taking the energies away from being able to act by doing that. Just do it. Whatever needs to be done, whatever is my unique expression in this world. My duty to express. And I see that these expanding triangles also stand for everything I can share, my duty to share. And I get support from the universe doing that. I'm not alone. I'm assisted and supported at all times. This blue color in the background is support from the universe, and also this purple, and now this blue as guiding and assisting me in expressing my truth. It is happening through me when I am ready to let it happen through me. I need to be allowing to let it happen through me. Universal love and wisdom supports me. And I am anyway inseparable part of universal love and wisdom, as we all are, more or less aware of that. We are all inseparable parts of universal love and wisdom. Can you feel that? Can you relate to that? We are not our fears, we are not our judgments, we are not our thoughts, we are not our minds, we are not our bodies. We are inseparable part of universal love and wisdom. We use our minds, we use our bodies, we use our thoughts. They are here to serve us as a tool, and we are not here to make excuses by identifying with our limitations, for example, of the limitations of our minds. That's not our purpose. That's not why we are here, to make ourselves small. We are here to live our truths and our magnificence. Do our share. It applies to all of us. I am not alone. That's what I see here in my task, living my truth. I am not alone. And you are not alone too. But your findings in your drawings are specific for your life stage at this moment. So, what do you find? Did you find a shape and a meaning of that portrait drawing? What came up for you? Giving yourself compassion, what does that do with you? Do you also become able to act in this world? Or act more specific? We are all acting most probably, but acting in accordance or in alignment to our soul's purpose. Valuing our magnificence, our true being, what we are. I cannot see any chains anymore in my drawing. I can see and feel the connection. And I want to put more of this light pink color here. My worth and my ability to act. So I can feel that this shape here stands for giving compassion, also to others, acting compassionate, and it's so much connected here to perceiving my own worth. compassion. Again, compassion. This is again the ability to act. This spike can literally like feel that and perceive it while I am drawing it, coloring it as well. The ability to act, compassion to others here. Nice. This color feels very compassionate as well. Surrounding myself with compassion. It's there. It has always been there, and to perceive it, I need to also be open and to listen to it. and stop replaying my own story of I'm not worth and I'm not lovable and not seen. As long as I replay that story, I cannot even see where compassion is around me as well, and where I am being supported by universe. We all are at all times supported by universe, although we sometimes are not able to see it, because we are also free to perceive ourselves being not loved. We are completely free in this world. More and more compassion is here appearing around me. I like to see that. I like the energy of the colors. Especially like this color here. Some shading. Maybe some compassion as well here. I don't feel something needs to be done with this shape here. And I try to add some of my compassion color here. See how that works. My mind is a tool. My mind is not my enemy. I decide whether I listen to my mind's warnings or not. I am in charge. How are your drawings progressing? Do you need support? If you have questions, you can ask me. Write me an email, drawyourselffree@gmail.com, or write in the comments and ask. I will do my best to answer your questions. If you send me your drawings, you can attach your questions. The area of my head, which is also the center of this drawing, is obviously very delicate and requires a lot of attention here. The colors are changing again a little bit. Some orange is also included now. Adding some warmth. Sometimes I can see that rounding needed still. Can edit wherever I see that. Orange wants to go here as well. And here. And even here. I like that orange. And I leave some white on purpose to invite the unknown. The yet unknown. To leave something undefined. Yeah. Although I'll have some shading here, a little bit of shading into the unknown. Make it part of the drawing. I feel highly activated. My body is completely warm and feet are warm. Feel excited. And I'm going to draw my fixing shape now, which is just my duty to live my truth. Maybe no surprise for you. And I will make it visible by drawing its outlines bigger, wider, and it will be the first thing that I see when I look at my drawing, and it is my mind, what I want my mind to focus on. All of these, including my worth, including my ability to give compassion, including my ability to act, and I make it visible. Make sure that my lines are also neurographic lines. The fixing shape contains the solution. So now I urgently need to integrate my intersections all around my affixing shape. Let the energy flow into all parts of my affixing shape inside and also into the whole drawing. Whenever I feel I need to create new lines, I can do that. And the more lines, the more connections we have. another chance to create pathways. Make it more visible, even more visible to our brains. Lots of moving energy in myself. It's difficult to keep sitting on this chair. But I also want these connections to be made visible here, and I'll do that. Can use my energy for everything I want to create today after drawing. The drawing is my first creation of the day, and I have more plans, and I can already feel that I will be productive due to my drawing as well, because I have all this energy accumulated. I'm no longer the one who does not receive compassion. I am the one who is giving myself compassion from now on, and I get productive and able to do whatever I want and need to do. Ready to do my duties. What did you gain from that drawing? What kind of insights and energies have you uncovered today? Let me know, please. If you want to share. I want to hear. So the lines disappeared a little bit. I think I will make it a field line, this line which I just now created. Our field lines are lines that run through the whole drawing and are also more visible than others, and they invite universal love and wisdom to our drawing. So this is my first field line. Of course, I will integrate it. I want to have another one. Yes, another field line. Pen does not want to draw the field line. So the integration of field lines is now the next step. Wherever it meets with the other lines, we'll work on rounding the intersections. I love to invite universal love and wisdom to my drawing. And I like to integrate these field lines as nice as possible. Here, for example, lines are flowing everywhere still. Making the lines visible again. one more even beard line. This is how it looks now. And I want to discover what came to my subconscious, to my what came out of my subconscious to my conscious now after drawing. I think I write it on this paper because here's already a lot of going on. So I write down topic 2.0. That's always after drawing. So, and I write down whatever associations come to my mind now after the drawing. I put it here or wherever I want to put it here. Yes, so this was an intense drawing and work and inner work for me and for everyone drawing. I'm sure it is the same intense work. Bye bye.